You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Alright, folks, let's continue with Maggie Wolfe's point of view. Here we go. Boy, did they had a long day. It seems the Shinoa squad is now a target for Rosemary and her sisters. Rosemary pretty much had Kimizuki's sister, Miraha, kidnapped. Also, a horde of infestations was on their tail. But if that wasn't bad enough, this was. It seemed as if the Shinoa squad were discussing with one another, and they decided that Barrere, you, and Kimizuki were going to investigate more on where Rosemary was since she was leaving ominous letters. So the three of them left, but they didn't tell Gurren about it. Why? Well, Gurren pretty much seems to be, could he be trusted? Who knows? Was he really using anyone? Who knows? Was this all part of his plan? Was he evil? Maggie had to wonder the possibilities. Luckily, Solo and Gurren came along with a special assignment. Gurren noticed that you and Kimizuki were missing. He was a little worried, but he managed to stay calm. There was supposed to be a stakeout. They say that Tommy Rollins was coming, and Maggie was feeling a bit tense about it. However, she thought to herself, if vampires are coming, I wonder if one of the nobles are coming. She thought about him, Crowley. And that's when she felt her skin tingle. Yes, I really want to see him again. She began to shake her hips a bit in excitement. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, man. Then, once she managed to get settled in, they waited for any attacks from the infestations. And soon, it came. However, once that was taken care of, as if on cue, Crowley appeared. There was no way to defeat this one. However, Maggie could not resist her urges. Yes! She leaped from the vehicle. The others tried to call after, but it was too late. Maggie then managed to look like she was gonna pounce Crowley. Oh yes, I've been waiting for you. Did I ever tell you that I missed you? Crowley looked surprised. Oh, you again. Would you like to have a little fun? He said. Fun? Oh, baby. Oh man, I want to screw you up, she said. Crowley then smiled, and then all of a sudden, he leaped away, but Maggie followed. Yoichi remembered what Barrere told him, and ran after her. Gurren tried to call for Yoichi's name, however, Solo said something in assurance that he'll be just fine. Yoichi ran. He didn't care how much he wasn't a good runner. He ran until his lungs felt like they were gonna burst. Maggie, I'm not losing you. For some reason, he managed to find out where she was. I'm not losing you, Maggie. Not again, he said, thinking about his sister. He had to focus. He couldn't lose sight of Maggie. Then he saw Maggie and Crowley going into this empty building, so he went in that direction. He climbed up the stairs and he managed to hid while he listened in on this conversation that was going on. Maggie was there in front of Crowley. So you decided to show up. Did you really want me badly? Maggie said. Well, your stalker friend is sure a bit impatient, if you don't mind me saying that, Crowley remarked. Oh no, I don't mind. At least I'm gonna be pushing a lot of skin. Oh man. Speaking of skin, so you don't get a bit aroused by the whole intimacy? Maggie said, well, I expected you to be a bit mild, but I don't think you are. You're quite a bit feisty, Crowley remarked. Maggie began to shiver. Oh, feisty. Oh, that's a strong word. Very, very strong word. The two of them engaged in battle. Yoichi managed to cling his weapon to himself. He wanted to protect Maggie, but he didn't want to hurt her. All of a sudden, Crowley was being somehow impaled. Even though vampires could heal fast, he looked over to see that he was being trapped. All of a sudden, Maggie looked over at him. Trapped, aren't you? Sorry about all this, but I had to use the power of my Venus flytrap. It's really a big word, isn't it? But it is Venus, and it's also made out of mangled flesh, so it's not the plant Venus flytrap that you're thinking of. This one is quite a messy, bloody sort of thing, if you know what I'm saying. Maggie said. Do tell, Crowley said, trying to struggle. Struggle all you want. But listen, these babies are made out of really thick, thorny-like arteries. This is what I made my power into. You'll be stuck in there for quite some time. But you know something? I promise, I'm not going to really make this hard on you. I think you're gonna enjoy it. I mean, do you take pleasure out of killing lives? Maybe killing a few innocent people? You know, I really don't like that. And you know what? You're not escaping from me. Because now, Maggie said, that's when her blood formation got into contact. I'm gonna make you feel great. And I'm gonna take what's mine, and my little love mound of pudding is going straight into your powerful, wooden, vangy ability. It was so hard to watch this. All of a sudden, the force of some sort of formation that looks somewhat like a pointy sword and ram it into Crowley's body. Crowley was shocked by this. Maggie took pleasure in all of this. But she had moans coming from her lips. Yes, yes, oh, baby. Yoichi panicked. Oh, I don't think I'm ready for this, he said to himself. He put his hands to his ears. He was panicking. Crowley was grunting. God, oh. Jeez Louise. Yeah, you like that? You like that? Maggie said. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. She moaned ecstatically. Yoichi was trying his best not to hear, but those moans and that screaming, it was a bit too much. So this is what it feels like to have the blood of the vampire inside of you. Oh my God. You weren't kidding. It feels so grand. Yoichi looked like he was gonna faint. His face was flushing. He put his arms hugging his knees. What the heck is she? He thought. I never seen her act this way.